In today's Clash Royale video, I'm gonna shoot against that season against the best players in the world like Mohamed Light to get me the number 8 finish in the entire world. This was the deck I was using most of the time. We got the Mighty Miner Goblin to the Psych deck. Absolutely crazy, 2.6 elixir average Psych, an absolutely crazy deck. And I need to tell you guys, this deck makes a ton of fun to play. If you guys don't have Mighty Miner, just use a Valkyrie instead, but yeah, I mean, people will ask me now, what do I do against air? Yeah, most likely you're gonna give up against air, but any type of beatdown deck, you have like a Mighty Miner to clean it up. You got like a ton of cheap cycle cards against any type of bridge, but also in the mirror matchup, you got the Fire Split plus Log combination. You can always get the Goblin Jewel on the turn, especially with 3-card cycle, Goblin with Fireball Log, Goblin with Fireball Log, Goblin with Fireball Log. It's absolutely crazy, one of the best strategies right now. If you guys want to support me, make sure to use Creator Good Morning Shop. I really appreciate it, especially if you guys buying a new Battle Pass, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I would say it's direct up to games against the best players in the world. I'm gonna show you how I reached the top 10 finish. So guys, like we are gonna start off with this game. I need to say before, like I streamed the last 16 hours of the season live. So I was like, at this point, I was streaming like 14 and a half hours in. So I mean, I was like playing all like 14 hours straight up Clash Royale, and I feel like most of you guys know it's not that easy to do, so I'm kind of proud that I'm like still was able at this point, like being top 30 in the world. So I think at this point it was like 8 AM in the morning, and I started the stream at like 8 PM? 7? Yeah, I think I started at 6 PM I started the stream. So as you guys are seeing, we're facing a Lava Hound deck. We're facing a Lava Hound deck with the with this deck, Lava and Bomber, Skeleton, Army, Balloon. Like, how are I supposed to win this matchup? This is a tough matchup. This is an impossible matchup, you would say, because Fireball, Cannon. I mean, is Cannon really an air counter? I don't really think so, but I think you guys know what I'm saying here. So I'm just gonna cycle Log here, trying to apply some pressure. I think this time I'm just gonna go in for my Mighty Miner at the bridge to block this. So Mighty Miner will also kill the Bomber, just about distraction right now. I just want to keep it up. I just want to make sure I'm distracting the troops here. And as you guys will see now, I'm just going to go for a perfect Fire Split. Now I'm going to go for perfect Skeletons here. And now I'm just going to go in for Wall Breaker to kite this away. And this defense was absolutely glorious. And we had like really good situations. So every time he used his ground counts, I'm just going to go in for my Mighty Miner bridge. This is a game where we need to play really aggressive, as you guys can see. If we don't, we are struggling. So I think the situation, I'm just going to keep up the pressure and going for another drill here, because I know he doesn't have the proper answers in Cycle. So I'm just going to go Fire Spirit here. Fire Spirit is also getting the chip damage we need. So I'm just going to use my ability. Use the Fireball. Didn't really expect to use the Fireball situation. So I think I'm just going to use Guards Wall Break here. It's like kind of, I don't really know exactly what I did in most of the situation, because I just slept. So I apologize guys if my commentating is a bit bad, but I think you guys understand that. But yeah, I still want to bring up the gameplay here, because I think it's like kind of great. And yeah, why like Drill was the most used win condition in top 1k in the world. I mean, Supercell kind of, I would say, made a mistake by kind of buffing this card on accident. If you guys didn't recognize that, they actually buffed the speed. So the Goblin Drill is way fast on the tower. Like it doesn't take too long anymore to get on tower. So it's kind of crazy, right? And also, I don't know if it's like the only change or like the only real thing which really did made the difference, but it just seemed like Drill was so broken this season. Like most of the single or like most of the pro players were using this deck, and also Lavon was like pretty popular because Lavon was countering Drill, so like the two decks most of the pros were playing. So GGs were played, we're beating here Isla Stream like with a 2-0, like 2-0 against Lava Loon Cycle. I cannot believe we won this game. That was absolutely perfectly played. Guys, my voice is so dead. Like I can't really not speak anymore. I still hope. Yeah, it's fine, man. Like if my commentating isn't on point this video, I think you guys understand it. You should hopefully understand it. So in this matchup, we're playing against Asif, who is arguably the best dual player in the world, and this is one of the most magic moments of all time. I'm just gonna go in for my duel here. I'm just gonna go for Fires, but I can already tell you, this game is so close. This is so intense. So he actually had this Log in the deck. Normally you play Fire Spit, I was like, okay, that's a good matchup. He doesn't have Log, right? But he also had Log on defense. So I would say it's a pretty hard matchup. Skelly King is doing a really good job against my Mighty Miner. So I need to go for Skeletons here, and he gets some early chip damage. These have the Mighty Miner on the map, and you always want to have your champion on the map, because if you have a champion on the map, 3-card cycle is going on. So I'm just gonna go for this here, and I think I'm just gonna go Fire Spirit here. Fire Spirit is perfect. I was thinking about using my ability, but I didn't. So I think I'm just gonna use my Log here. But the Log honestly was kinda bad. I was just gonna go for this. I was thinking, I was going for Fireball here. Why? Or not for the Skeletons. Also, like, Dark Elm got one shot because I was like, thinking he would go for a prediction log. So, kind of predicting the prediction. Yeah, was right at the sequence for me at least, because he could have gone for a log. So, it was a safer choice, just Fireball and that. And we are actually down 2 elixir and also 600 damage in a, not really a mirror matchup, but we both have the same win conditions, so it's really control oriented. In a control matchup, being down isn't really too great. So I'm just gonna go for my drill here. I mean, I don't really care if the Inferno attacks it. I'm just gonna go for Fire Spirit here and try to get some splash. He goes in for a log. We got 1 goblin on tower, so I would say generally a good trade. So we actually up 1 elixir and we kinda make sure we kinda get back into this game. So in this situation, I'm just gonna go log. I'm just gonna go Fireball here. He's just gonna go Fireball. I'm just gonna go log. So the problem is, like, Skelly King is just so good. We both have a champion in our deck which we cannot Fireball, so the Mighty Miner is not gonna get pushed back by Fireball. Same for Skelly King, but the main difference between these both cards is for sure that Skelly King is doing splash damage on top of my Goblin Drill, and for sure the Mighty Miner isn't. But Mighty Miner is just one of the best cards in Clash Royale. What happened? Like, all of the champions are busted. Yeah, all of them are really, really good. That was honestly really, really wasted Fireball. I think I'm just gonna go Mighty Miner Bridge to kind of block that and make sure he's not gonna get like too much value out of that. I'm just gonna go keep up the Fireball spam here. So I need to go for a log here, and as you guys are seeing, we're kinda down 1k. This is one of the greatest games generally which you will ever see in Clash Royale. So let's go for Fireball here, killing everything, getting the value we need, but still, we are up 1 elixir, but we cannot really do anything. I'm just gonna go for a drill opposite lane and go for wall breaker here. The bad thing is, the wall breakers are going back, so we're gonna get 1 shot with the Goblin Drill on the right line, but is it really helping? Is it really, like, getting us back into the game? No. So I knew, like, he needs to do a mistake. He needs to do a mistake, because it's kind of hard to outplay in the situation. So also, I think this sequence, the 1 wall breaker connects, so I was like, okay, this is over, right? This is game over. I cannot win this game anymore. I also need to always log on defense, so I cannot go in on top of the, or can log on top of the, how's it called, on top of the Skeleton army. So I need to go for Fireball now. Fireball is coming down, but we still don't take any damage. I don't get any damage. He doesn't take any damage. So I'm going to give him a go to game already. For sure, I'm not going to give up. But yeah, he also is going for a really great log, but is still not giving up yet. So I'm just going to go for my log here. He goes in for some Inferno, so I think the sequence, at least we get some damage. I still need to go for a log because my Fire Spirit timing wasn't perfect. And yeah, so I think I'm just playing my next duel right now on top of the tower. And I think I'm going to Fireball this. This was like kind of great Fireball value for me. So just go for another duel here. I'm just going to go for another wall breaker here. And I think he's going to go log. And I think we get 1 wall breaker connection to tower, right? I was like hoping to get 2. So we're kind of evening up. But we still got a ton of damage. I was like, okay, what? What just happened? This is what Drill does. Drill steals game within a second. So I'm just going to go for a log on top of that, kind of predicting everything, but I didn't. I need to go for another Fire Spit here. Perfect Fire Spit place. I'm really proud of that. And he's really, really low on elixir, so I can just go for that. He needs to go for a Star Golem here. And I'm kind of lucky I didn't connect to tower. I'm just going to go for Fireball here. And or for log, I guess. Just go for my Fire Spit here. I'm just going to Skeleton. I really try to get now another duel on the tower. I'm just going to go for Mighty Man on the bridge. I'm just going to go for another duel here. I'm just going to go for a log here. I'm just going to go Fireball on top of that. Fireball's coming down, but he can just go for a log. I need to keep up the pressure now. I'm just going to go for another drill here instant. I'm also going for another wall breaker here. Now I'm just going to go for a log here. I was like, okay, maybe I'm like faster than him. Maybe I'm faster than him, but he gets the perfect Fireball timing. And just go for Skeletons here. And we need the Fireball. The Skeletons are blocking the Goblins and we get this dub against Asif. What a crazy game at the end, guys. So guys, the next game I want to show you guys for sure is against the best player in the world. Like, no doubt, right? He just won Castle Cup again. And this game is absolutely crazy. These 2 games, back to back. I mean, I feel like that's my job in Clash Royale. I feel like there's no player, like, whoever had closer games than me, right? Like, do you know anyone? I feel like I'm like the guy who always gets the close wins. Doesn't matter if I lose or win. My games are always close and exciting. I mean, I don't really know why. I would also sometimes prefer to have, like, normal games and win with 1k HP, but it seems impossible. It seems impossible, so I'm just gonna go for the wall breaker split here. We're getting at the damage here, and we see Mohamed Light plays in Void Giant Lightning. You guys will see soon in Triple X time. There's gonna be some Void Giants on the map. Not just 1, not just 2. There's gonna be more Void Giants on the map. Like a new card. He made a new 18 elixir card. Yeah. So I was missing that. So I was kinda also, yeah, kind of mad at the moment about me, because I know, like, against Mohamed Light, if you do any mistake, you're gonna get punished immediately. So I'm just go for a wall breaker split here. Try trying to deal some damage, but I actually don't do any damage. That was actually a really crazy defense spam. The skeleton on the left side killed it, and he got like a perfect log. So well played to Mo. He's an absolutely crazy player. Also, this was the game to get me number 1 in the world. So if I would win this game, I would be like 1 hour away from season end, number 1 in the world. Yeah. But as you guys were seeing, I didn't finish number 1 in the world because we got some unlucky matchup, which I will also show you after this one. The game which kind of cost me number 1 in the world, but I'm still really happy about that, because last season I didn't really perform well, and I was like so happy about like how I played, and also I was like the highest player playing on stream, and on stream I think with sniping and stuff, you guys know it's completely different. So I'm playing my fire spit over here, and so far we have a small damage lead. I know I need to keep up the pressure against him, otherwise this will be so tough. He's just gonna go for a fire spit here. I'm just gonna always go for a log here and trying to get a goblin on. Honestly, goblin drill plus log is an underrated combination, because you're always pushing back troops. Even if it's like a dark prince, like just a dark prince, you're always getting 1 goblin, 1% to tower. So using mighty mine on defense now is really good. And I think this time I'm just gonna go for a goblin drill here plus wall breaker. He uses a really good golden knight. He also goes in for a perfect log timing, as we know Mohamed Light, right? He's using his ability also. I'm going for my cannon now, and as you guys will see, this is going to be a really tough situation right now, because he can just go in for another warrior giant as he does. So kind of need to be careful here that we are defending this in style. So I'm just gonna go for another cannon. The mighty mine is doing a really good job. Problem with the mighty mine's matchup is he has e-spirit, log, and kind of fisherman to reset it in a way, but also, as I said, drill like sometimes does damage without like you knowing why. Like look at the right side, towers on 2.3k HP, and you don't really know what happens. So just go for a log here. It's always a really good decision to do that. And I still can't believe that we don't get any damage in this situation. Like he basically defended all of my goblin drills perfect. So go for my skeletons here. Fire spit like this. I really want the fisher to not pull my stuff, so I'm just gonna go in for my cannon here. Really good cannon. He just drops another royal giant. I'm playing my log now. Really good log, honestly, because log makes sure that yeah, the fisherman dies. Now I can just go for the mighty miner here. I know he can get, or like he will get 1 shot, but I'm still happy. So we have the 700 damage advantage. So I'm just gonna go wall breaker here just to make some pressure. I'm just gonna log his cannon plus skeletons. And I think I can also go in for another wall breaker soon. It's just crazy how cheap this cycle really is. We just played wall breaker 1 second ago, guys. It's just absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna go for another minor wall breaker combination here. I'm also going for log. So he also needs to go for log. I was like, please get finally a connection. And we get 1 final goblin shot. Like, not a final goblin shot, but a really important goblin shot. I felt like the first goblin shot since a year in this matchup. Like for a year. So I'm just gonna go for a log here. That's really good. We're getting a chip damage, but this will, I think, the push. So he's going for another warrior giant like this. He's just gonna go in for letting that go. I mean, it's the right play. Now he's just gonna do this. So you guys will see, this is an absolutely crazy push. So he's gonna play the 3rd warrior giant right now, and this defense is absolutely crazy. We go for the goblin on the left side. We're going for a log on the right. We're just going for this. I'm just gonna go for a cannon high. He goes in for preemptive lighting. Lighting missed. I need to go in for a defensive drill here. I'm just gonna go for skeletons to pull it away. I'm just gonna go for another log here. Going for fire spit to kite it away, and we're actually in the 700 advantage here. I think in this situation I'm just going for a mighty miner here. I'm just going for a cannon to pull the fisherman on top of the cannon, and now I'm just going to go for my another defensive drill here. I'm just going to make sure to log this to make sure we're not going to get any damage, or he's not going to get any damage. I'm just going to fireball the tower. GG's, well played, beating the best place in the world who had 3 royal giants on the map. So this is the game which actually like was bringing me like 30 minutes end of the season, like before the season ends. This was like the game for number 1 in the world, and I was like, please don't give me a Lava player. And as soon as I saw the name from Welcome, I was like, okay, this is going to be Lava. And also one of the harder variations of Lava, because he has minions and guards, so not really like it, not really what I like to see. So we made it close. We tried everything to make it work, but it didn't work out at the end. But I still want to show you that, because I think you guys know that I also like to show losses, even if it's like tough matchups. So this is kind of the risk which you need to take with this deck. But it's still possible, right? If like he finished top 5 in the world, and it will be close. So I would tell, like, if I play like in a top 1k against Lava players, I will beat like 90% of them. Because the matchup is not as bad as people think. So I'm just gonna go in for my wall breaker here. Guards are just so good. I'm generally really underrating guards in most of the sequences. So I think I'm just gonna go skeletons here. I need to go for drill somehow to make some pressure, which I'm gonna do right now also. So I'm just gonna go drill here. He's just gonna drop minions. I'm just gonna go for fire spirit here. And I think I'm gonna go right now with just letting that go. So he's just gonna go balloon most likely. So I know, okay, this will be hard to defend. So I'm just gonna go skeletons here and I go for defensive drill to activate king turtle. It was honestly a really good play by me. So I'm just going playing my drill here. And we get a king to activate. Also, we get some goblins out of that, but I don't really think the goblins are doing anything. But we got a king activation, so the situation isn't even too bad, right? And in this situation, I was like, I can win this, right? I can win this, and I'm like so mad. I'm not really mad about myself because the matchup is just generally like 199, 298, however you want to call it. But the matchup is just really horrible. I just should have played a fire spell, I think, also on the right. I was like kind of trying to save elixir, but maybe would have been a better place. So right now, he's just going to go lava at the bridge at 7 elixir. How does this pack is this possible? I just should have played the cannon one tile to the right. I played the cannon like this because I thought, okay, he's going to go lava loon instead, instant at the bridge, but he didn't. So this cannon was a really bad choice by me. And as you guys are seeing, lava actually does so much damage to the tower. As you guys see, 100 or like 72, I think, per hit. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just going to go for the build here. So we kind of lost the game right now, right here. So I'm just gonna play my fireball soon, I guess. Fireball's coming down. I think now I'm just gonna play my balloon here. And I think I'm just playing, like, going all in now. I'm just playing my goblin mighty miner here. This. And I think he defended this really good. So I'm playing my... yeah, the cannon. I was going like for the tower trade or for the cannon. I think the cannon was the right play in this second, because I mean the cannon placements were just on the other point. I was going for the cannon because I knew like for sure I could have tower trade now, like with Warbreaker Log. Couldn't have defended that. But the problem was like in this situation, I know like I played this matchup like 100 times like at 1-1, and if you have this matchup at 1-1, it's basically impossible. So the only way for me to win this matchup is kind of taking the risk that the lava goes on top of the tower and getting the 1-0 win somehow, some way. So I'm actually not mad about a choice. They're going for this cannon. The second cannon was fine for me, but the first cannon for sure wasn't the best play I could have done there. So I'm playing my log here, going in for this. He's just gonna fireball, I guess. I was kind of thinking about, or like kind of hoping to get the connection tower, but I don't. So I'm going for another drill here. And I think this drill isn't getting a time. I'm just going to give him a well play because I think he basically played it really well. Really solid. Didn't give me a chance to win it. So GG's well played. We actually didn't finish in our 1 world, but we got it to the top 10 finish live on stream. I was really happy about that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys don't want to miss any videos in the future. And also let me know which con you guys want to see next. Which deck should I use this season? Which deck did you use last season? How high did you finish? And also make sure to use creator code more in the shop if you guys think about buying the special offers. I'm out. Goodbye. Thanks for watching and thanks for all the support, guys.